Hey everyone, in this video we're going to discuss self-expression and the power in self-expression. So expressing how you feel really gives you a sense of confidence and power within yourself. And you are being your truest self imaginable. Self-expression can actually be a very healthy method to express yourself, mainly because it reduces stress, anxiety, tension, depression, gets you in touch with your feelings, and it increases your mental growth. Expressing yourself may be through art or clothing or the way you speak, or maybe the gestures that you use when you speak. So some ways that you can really express yourself is you want to get started and you want to get creative. Now this could be a painting, sports, exercise in a new way. Maybe if you're used to doing a certain routine, mix it up a little bit. Do something a little different. Express yourself through exercise and dancing. Singing, writing, poetry, all those things can help you to really express yourself. Jump up, run around, dance around, walk around, jump up and down in the air. Whatever works for you, do it and express yourself and have a wonderful time doing it. And just release yourself, because you can release so much stuff that gets built up inside of us. You can release those things when you truly express yourself. Another thing you can do is create your own style. That could be, like we mentioned earlier, create your own way of dressing or create your own way of communicating. Also, another thing that's really good is, I feel like this is important, but like when we're listening to people talk to us, it feels like sometimes we're not truly listening to everything that they're saying to us. So if we become really good listeners, then that therefore leads us to be able to truly express ourselves vocally and aloud in a way, because we actually were listening in detail to what the person was saying, so then we can respond accordingly with the right responses and express ourselves. So here is 7 things that you can begin to do right now to start expressing yourself. Number 1 is tell stories. When you tell the stories, use a lot of enthusiasm. Use excitement. Use your hands or gestures, creating the scenery. Write it down and show a picture of it. Whatever you can imagine, do that. Number 2 is you can use your hands. When you use your hands, you're able to really express how you feel. Yeah. So yeah, use your hands when you talk if you want to. You don't have to. A lot of people don't. Some people do. Yeah, this isn't really a what to do thing, but I'm saying if you use your hands, sometimes you can really express yourself through your hands. And another really important thing is you want to smile and tell jokes. When you smile and you tell jokes, it makes you feel good. You're building confidence. People are laughing. They find you funny. So when you smile and you tell jokes and you be friendly with it, then people are going to really pay attention to you and they're going to notice you, and therefore you know that you successfully are expressing yourself through your own way, and basically not anyone else's. You're doing your own way, and people respect that. People respect people that are really being themselves and being honest and open, especially when people start new relationships or with friends or a relation with someone. If you're truly expressing yourself and the best way that you can think of, people are going to really respect you and love you for that. Number 5 is be truthful. Come on, I know a lot of us now, and I've done it too, but we just may tell like a little white lie just to make someone feel a little bit better. But if we're truthful, then there's nothing that's going to come back in the long run and question it. So if you know what I mean. But just tell the truth and be completely honest. No matter what situation you're in, no matter what's going on, just be truthful. And you may see that being truthful is also going to help you to become a very powerful in your expressions, because you're telling the truth. And when you tell the truth and not trying to fabricate a lie or make something up, then you're being yourself, because you're actually able to really express yourself through the truth, rather than when you're trying to create a lie and then you're trying to create this scenario in your mind to tell people this fabricated story or situation. So therefore you can't put all your self-expression into it, because you're not fully being your expression or being your true self because of the lie. So that is that. Be truthful. And number 6 and 7 kind of tie in together. Number 6 is be yourself. So when you're truly yourself, then there is no boundaries. You're not looking through someone else's lenses. You're not putting on a show. You're just being who you are and having a good time doing it. And you may find that some people will really like you more when you are your true self and when you're just being you. But you may also find that some people may decide to get on out because they may not necessarily like who you really are. I mean, but that's not a bad thing. It's just that you're not fabricating a situation. You're not like putting on a show to make this person like you, or telling this person like, well, like you start a relationship and it's like, well, I know he likes this, 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 and this, but I don't really like too much of it. But I'm going to tell him that I do, so he'll really like me even more. He would honestly actually respect you more if you didn't tell him you like this, this, and this that he loves. Because then he knows that, I don't know, maybe that you're shy or you can't be open, and that could actually be a detriment to the relationship. So all in all, definitely be yourself and express yourself to the highest point. And most likely, with going back to that scenario, if the guy really likes you, then he is definitely not going to, if you're being your truest self, he's going to love it. He's probably going to love that you're being yourself because you're not lying. And there's so many fake people in this world nowadays. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm just saying. We won't go into that, will we? But there are, there's a lot of things that people are desiring that they can't find the truth of it because it's too fabricated. Like, say, maybe some of these dating sites and stuff. I'm not on none of those. I don't plan to be. Have no reason for that. But anyway, how there's all these dating sites and people will say like they're this and this and this, and come on, I'm sure some of them actually fabricate a few things, like may say like, yeah, I'm this way, when in reality, maybe you're not. So they're just trying to get that attention. So don't be an attention grabber. Don't try to get attention and be something you're not just to get attention. Just be yourself, and the attention will come if you're just being yourself, because that's the truest way to be, I feel, at least. And for the last one, number 7, is don't try to be like somebody else, because in reality that other person has already been done and they're them. So don't be like somebody else, or look up to someone. It's okay to look up to someone and say, oh wow, I really like that they've got this going on for them, or whatever the scenario is. But don't try to be like, I'm going to copy them and try to be exactly like they are by doing this, this, and this. Instead, just look at them as a model for, okay, I see that they did all this and I would like to be somewhat successful like that. So what I can do is find my own way to self-express to reach that desired goal, if you know what I mean. So yeah, don't be like somebody else, because that person's already been done. You are you. So create a staple mark. Create something amazing that you stand for. And it doesn't have to be told to the world. You can just write it down and remember it for yourself. But one thing you can do is think of some ways that would help. Maybe just think of like 4 or 5 things. And here would be the question, like, what are some things that I can start doing today to express myself in the fullest form, and where it's really powerful? Like, maybe just write down a few things. Like, what could you do that would make you extremely self-aware of your own inner power and your own self-expression? Because self-expression, we could talk about it for days, I'm sure. I wouldn't think I'd want to sit and talk about it for days, but you know what I mean. Like, it's such a broad topic that so much can go into it. So this was just like a short little video of some things that I was thinking about as far as self-expression. So yeah, there's so many different ways that you can express yourself, and I suggest, and I may do this too, is think about some ways that you can express yourself. And yeah, start putting it to play in your life and start seeing the power coming out of your expression, and the attention you may end up attracting by just being yourself and expressing yourself to the fullest extent and the truest extent. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, better go now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.